shine, want me shine, yeah. One time for my guy, yeah. Hold it ground, hold me down, yeah. You know I shine, I want to shine, yeah. My God, hold me down, I will shine, yeah. My God, watch me shine. Whoa, whoa, I'm gonna shine. Whoa, you know I gotta shine, watch me shine.
It is time to shine. It is time to shine. Welcome, fellow Jewels, kings and queens. I'm here for another very special edition of the Run the Jewels podcast show and vidcast series. I'm your host, Julian Smartrimple, King Jules here, checking in for another very special episode for season 3 of our podcast show and vidcast lifestyle series. I'm excited, you all, for season 3 finale is about to come up soon. For November, we only have a few more episodes this year for season 3 before we get ready to literally recuperate and rejuvenate for a tremendous launch for season 4 that we're going to be taking the show to another level. If you saw on the previous slide, you can listen to our podcast episodes on all podcast platforms. We're on every podcast platform that you listen to your local or international podcast on. You can catch us on YouTube on the Julian Smartrimple channel for right now. You can see season 3 previous episodes from season 3 with the Run the Jewels show. You can just search Julian Smartrimple or the Run the Jewels show on YouTube, and you can see some of our previous episodes. Thanks again to all of those who are going to be rocking with us this evening. If you have any questions for my special guests at any time, feel free to list them below in the comment section on YouTube or on Facebook, and we'll get to them shortly. Definitely the RTJ Lifestyle Show was created to spread inspiration to young professionals and millennial entrepreneurs who want to learn wisdom on how to shine brighter in their careers or their businesses. And so shout out to all of the business owners that are tuning in or listening with us on the podcast. Shout out to all the millennial young professionals or those who are young professionals in their own right. We appreciate you rocking with us this evening for RTJ for this Tuesday's episode 178. We are about to track and get ready to have our special guest come on in 1 second. Let us know in the comments where you're tuning in from. Let us know in the comments, literally, let us know where you're from. We always like seeing where our guests are from on the RTJ show. We appreciate you, fellow Jewels, rocking with us, whether this is your first time or whether you're coming back for more. We appreciate you. We cannot make this show a success without you. But I'm about to get ready to bring in my very special guest. He's one of my mentees. Definitely have been mentoring this young king for a little over 2 years now. He is a high school student that is being homeschooled currently right now, and he's been homeschooled since I've known him. And so for parents, for any future parents that are out there that are interested in wanting to learn about the benefits of homeschooling a teenager, not an elementary school or middle school tween, but an actual teenager, you will be in for a treat for tonight's episode. If you know anyone that has teens or that is contemplating pulling their child or pulling their son or daughter out of the school systems, definitely share this video with them so that they can benefit from this information that we will be going over this evening. Also, too, shout out to want to give some special shout outs to St. Vincent and Grenadines Independence Day. Shout out to St. Vincent and the Grenadines Independence Day. We celebrate independence always on the RTJ show. So shout out to the Caribbean and also those countries and those islands that have recently celebrated their independence. But I'm about to get ready to bring in my very special guest. He goes by the name of Dominic Bessant. He's, again, one of my mentees. He's definitely a thought-provoking leader, teenager, and even a creative in his own right. And so I'm about to get ready to introduce you to one of my young kings, Dominic Bessant. And Dominic, how you feeling this evening, King?
I'm feeling really good. I'm feeling really good. I'm so excited to be on the Run the Jewels show. Um, like I've never been in something like this, so it's good to be in something like this.
Absolutely, King. What we usually have our guests do when they come on the show, we allow our guests to tell people where you were born, where you currently are located right now, not specifically your house, but just your city that you live in, and then also let people know why this is an important subject to you, King.
Well, I was born in Louisiana, and I was raised in Atlanta, Georgia. And the reason why this is so important to me is because I've been here since like what, fourth grade, maybe a little bit earlier, like fourth grade. So I have a lot of experience behind me and a lot of knowledge that I would like to give to, like you said, young teenagers who or parents who would like to raise their young teenagers at the comfort of their own home.
Yeah, that's a good point right there, King. And I know there's a lot of parents that are going to be watching this replay. So shout out to all the parents again. We know it's a hard job, but you've been chosen to do it. But we're definitely going to be talking to my special guest. For those who are just tuning in this evening, I'm interviewing one of my mentees, King Dominic Bessant, who is going to be talking to us about the benefits of homeschooling a teenager for episode 178 of our podcast show and vidcast series. And so, Dominic, I know you said that you've been homeschooled. And so for those that may or may not be familiar with homeschooling, because they may only be familiar with public and private schools or charter schools, tell us a little bit about what do you do in homeschool?
Well, from my experience, homeschool is online classes. So like from my experience, there is this online school, this website that is a school. You go on this website and there are these classes that you can take. They're called assessments from where I'm from. I don't know if everyone else calls them that. And It's kind of like regular school, but on a computer essentially. It's because instead of like writing in the answers or drawing in what the answer is, you have to type, you have to click, and there are teachers in the school that you can talk to. They are and they help you with any problems that you have. um, that's how I interpreted my time at the school, or my experience of what homeschool is. It could be different for anyone. For example, it could just simply be homework without any form of other form of school. It could, like, your parents could just have like these assessments, and they give them to you while you're at home, and you can still get like grades, and you can still go to college without ever having to actually go to a school
Hmm.
because you're at home. So it's literally just school at home. That's the short of it.
I love that, King. I love that answer. And so it's very similar, Dom, for those who may not know about virtual learning and learning basically what parents and also teachers had to do last year of doing virtual school online, right?
hmm Zoom classes, Google Classroom, sometimes Discord. Like There was a lot of virtualness last year during COVID.
Yeah, let's talk about that, King. I know you're well informed for your age. Like talk to the parents or even those who may not be parents having a child in school right now. Like talk to us about your experience from last year. Was it a big difference even though you were already doing virtual learning? Did you see any other struggles when COVID hit last year? Like talk to us about what happened last year with your school experience.
Nothing much, because like you said, I've always been in homeschool. So when COVID hit and they said that, I had to be doing virtual classes, I've been doing virtual classes. Like this isn't like anything new to me. So I didn't have as many struggles as many other kids have, but I can definitely see the struggles. Because let's say that you were in like a charter school or a public school, maybe even a private school, and then suddenly you just have to go to a virtual school. You've never been there before, so like how can you like um you don't know how to maneuver around it. You gotta adapt basically. Now again, I haven't have any of those problems because again I've always been in virtual school since like the fourth grade, but I could definitely see where people can start having problems from if they've always been in like public, private, or charter schools.
Yeah, yeah, that's a major key right there, King. That you didn't miss a beat. You were already in motion with the virtual learning and also with having your classes virtual. And so, talk to us like how did the teachers adjust? Did you see any of the teachers have any struggles since they knew that they were possibly having more students in homeschool? Or did you stay with the same small group last year? Like, talk to us about the group setting.
Oh no, the teachers were fine. Um, the teachers they handled it like normal, because again they were used to virtual school. Even the new teachers, like they know what to do. So it wasn't really that big of a deal for them. I don't think so.
Okay. I know you had a question too coming in. Dom, I'm going to put it on the screen so you can see on your phone. For those that are just tuning in, we're here with my very special VIP guest, Dominic Bessant. He is a teenager that is in ninth grade, that is currently being homeschooled. He's been homeschooled throughout most of his tween and also going into his teenage years. And so we're going to be talking today about the benefits of homeschooling a teenager. If you are someone that has thought about homeschooling your youth or your child, your son or daughter, or if you're currently even considering potentially putting a teenager or a tween in the homeschooling network, you're definitely going to be hearing from Dominic this evening about the benefits of homeschooling a teen. And so I know, Dom, we had a question coming in for you from my auntie Carol. She said, "Hi, Dominic. I cannot wait to learn how you navigated being homeschooled." She asked you, Dom, did you miss being in the formal classroom? And so, did you ever miss being in a formal class setting, Dom?
Nope, no, not really. Uh, um, yeah, I really like being homeschooled better because like it just feels like you have a lot more freedom to do things. Not that you have like complete freedom, like you still have to do like work and stuff, but like unlike in formal schools where you have to like go to breakfast at 9, go to math at 12. I could do breakfast at 12 and math at 9. You get what I'm saying? I still have to do those things, but I could just do it at my own pace.
Yeah, absolutely, King. That's that's a major piece of freedom that a lot of kids and a lot of teens and tweens aren't able to get. I know when it comes to your schedule, let people know, Dom, before we go on to some of the other questions you're getting in the comment section. Let us know in the comment section if you have any questions for my special guest, Dominic Bessant. You can list your questions in the comment section in YouTube or on Facebook. But Dom, walk us through your schedule. Like, what's your regiment each day? Do you get up at a certain time? Do you have to make it to class at a certain time? Like walk us through your morning routine to get ready for class or get ready for school.
Well, usually I wake up at 12. Then I do no normal things. I eat breakfast. Um, do my hygiene. Like brush my teeth. Wash up, and then I go to the classes. I always like to do the classes first because like we have online classes and then we have assessments. Now the assessments, they're the things where you type and click. On the online classes, those are the classes that are live with students and teachers. They're like online classrooms. And I always try to do the online classrooms first because I just feel like that if I get all the classes done first, then I can do the assessments because I would have to do like I would be in the middle of an assessment and then have to immediately switch over to a class. I could just get done with all my classes, then I can do all my assessments at the same time.
Yeah, so I see it's a lot of assessments that you have to do throughout the day, which is basically keeping you on cue and keeping you on point with your classes. And then how many classes do you take a week, Dom, or even a semester or even a quarter? Like, let people know what is your class schedule for classes that you take.
Well, for now, I have 6 classes: math, physical science, or algebra, physical science, history, all that stuff. And I would say I would start my assessments at about after 2 p.m., maybe 3 p.m., and I should be finished by like
8 p.m.
8 p.m. Yes.
Wow. So yeah. So I didn't even get to mention that piece. So before we get off the routine, so you wake up at 12. You said you start your first class around what time, Dom?
Um, the earliest I start is around 7 p.m.
No, I mean what time is your first class after you get up at 12 p.m.?
Oh, mm, it's sometime at 7 a.m. Yes, 7 a.m. Usually 7:30 a.m.
Okay, so what time? So break it down for us though. I know you said you get up sometimes at 12. Are you speaking about 12 a.m. or are you speaking about 12 p.m. you get up?
Oh, I got it completely confused. Sorry. Sometimes I get my times confused. Um, I wake up at 12 a.m. I do my classes earliest at 7:30 a.m.
Okay.
and then I finish them at either yeah, I usually finish them at 8 a.m.
At 8 a.m.
Yes, sorry.
Okay.
Sometimes I get my times confused.
No, it's all good. So you'll be finished for the day at 8 a.m. Monday through Friday, or does your schedules change throughout the week?
Depending on what happening, yeah, it would change, but I still get my classes done.
Okay. So on average, like what time are you done for the day with all of your classes and assessments? Just so the audience may know, what time do you finish your day?
Um, Usually around 3 a.m.
3 p.m.,
Yeah, 3 a.m.
3 a.m.?
Yeah, they're not like really hard classes or assessments.
So you're up at 3 in the morning, Eastern time.
Yes, I believe so.
Oh wow. So that's interesting because I didn't even know that, King. So you can have classes start as early as 7 a.m., right? 7 a.m. in the morning,
Mm-hmm.
not at night. And then you could be going all the way until 3 a.m. the same day.
Uh, yeah.
Okay, so how long are the gaps between your classes? Because I know you're not online for almost over 15, 20 hours per day. So what's
Right.
what's
They're
like
only
your class schedule?
they're only like 1 hour long. 30 minutes to an hour long.
30 minutes to an hour sessions, and then how much of a break do you have before you start back up, like after 12 p.m. in noon?
If I'm going to other classes that I have no break, I basically have to, after the first class is finished, I immediately have to go to the other class. But if I'm done with my classes, all I have is assessments. I can literally just do my assessments at, again, my own pace. I would like to mention that on Wednesdays we don't actually have any classes. We just have assessments.
Okay, okay.
So I just wanted to mention that.
Yeah, that's a good piece right there. I know you had some other questions coming in. Do you have electives like gym? I know Delta asked. She said, "What about gym?" And even I was going to follow up. What about any other electives that you would take at a regular high school? Do you have classes like technology? Do you have classes like gym? Do you have classes that are music? Any of those electives, or is it no electives, only core classes?
Uh, we do have a health class
Hmm.
that talks about the benefits of eating healthy, exercising. They also go in depth about what certain foods and what certain exercises do to the body,
Hmm.
and that's about it. Just a little bit of knowledge about how about myths about health and eating and diets. They usually, when I first started the health assessments or classes, they talked about health fads like eat the supplement and you'll lose 2 pounds in a day. Like, no,
so,
that's
so do you have any other electives you can choose from, or is it straight like history, math, science?
yes, and have other electives I can choose from. Like, I do believe we have an art class, I believe,
Okay.
as well as a technology class for like programs or
Yeah,
even like creating games.
yeah, that's what my mom was asking. She said, "How about art?" So you do have electives like art, technology. What
Oh
is
yeah, definitely art. Like art is the class that I'm doing.
okay?
It is pretty harder than I thought. Like it's not just like drawing some characters. Like it's really hard.
Hmm.
There's a lot of work doing to it. Like I just like recently I've done graphic design, how to use image editors like GIMP to to like um make your own photos and use them for like graphic designs.
Okay. Okay. So it is for sure that you have electives you can choose from. You're not just taking core classes all day. You can choose from art, you said health. Do you have a technology or a music class for people that are musicians that you can choose from, or no?
Well, we have those, but I don't go there.
Okay.
There are people that do go there, but me personally, I don't really do that.
I got you. And you had another question coming in about assessments, King. Like define what assessments are, how long are they, how do you get to assessments? Like, talk to us. What exactly is an assessment?
Um, when you're in the class and they give you these papers that you have to like write the answer down.
Mm-hmm.
Think about that, but with a mouse and keyboard. Like um that's what an assessment is. Just um just those papers that teachers would give you, and you have to write them down, write the answers down. But it would just be online. That's basically what it is.
Ah, okay. Okay. And do you have like longer assessments that are weighted higher with the scores? Like, let's say you have an assessment that's weighted like as a test grade versus a quiz grade or classwork grade. Like, talk to, huh?
Yeah, have quick checks, quizzes, tests, portfolios, practices, reflections, discussions. We have a bunch of these type of assessments
Okay.
that need to some of them are timed, some of them are long. Like a recent test that I took, like a math test, it had like 30 questions.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure that was also timed as well. Um, so yeah.
So your assessments, it sounds like that they get you ready for like college online classes and online courses because you're on like a timer to finish the assessments, and you also have different scores that you're weighed by with their assessments. Is that correct?
It's a combination of both physical college and digital college. Uh,
Uh,
you're they're giving you the information for when you want to go to a physical college, but um they're basically helping you be prepared for whatever college you want to go to, basically.
Okay. So do you feel confident for the parents that are out there that may be thinking about homeschooling, or even those that are already in homeschool? Do you feel more confident going to take classes at a college online through being in homeschool as a freshman? Or do you feel that you'll be on the same wavelength as other high school students graduating from traditional public education or private?
Absolutely, I do believe that parents should be comfortable with allowing their tweens and teens to go to online classes, and I do feel comfortable about my college education.
Okay, that's a good thing. So you feel like you'll be ahead, or do you think that you'll still be on the same level as other high school graduates because you're homeschooled?
Bro, I'll be ahead. I'd be far ahead. I get the highest grades in school.
Okay. And then even with that, I know we had some questions coming in for you too, but I know you probably heard about a lot of homeschool students in Georgia that are able to graduate, let's say at 13, 12. I think there's even some that have graduated at potentially 11. So, like, do you feel that it is easier for parents that want to have their children or their student graduate earlier by going through homeschool? Do you see that as a thing that could be happening in the near future, where more parents are wanting their child or their son or daughter to graduate at, let's say, 11, 12, 13 versus waiting to 17, 18 traditionally?
I do want to say that that this is completely personal. Personally, I believe that you should let your child go through the entire 18 years before letting them graduate. But for the parents who do genuinely want to let their kids graduate early, I also think that that is a good thing because it just shows how smart your kid is. Like, because if your child is able to graduate at 11, you know he's smart. And lastly, I on the comment you made earlier, I do not believe that it will be easier to let your kids go through online classes, but I do not think that it will be harder. I
Mm.
think that it would be just as difficult as any other brick and mortar school.
Okay. Yeah, we definitely want to hear your opinion. We know you're traditionally just stepping into your freshman year of high school from being homeschooled, but we definitely want to hear a lot about your opinion, King. I know Delta also asked, do you have the same classmates in all of your classes, or is it a mix? Do you have a mix of classmates?
It's usually a mix, because like we are not like we are not like in grouped in the same classroom. We all do our own classes at our own times. So when we attend classes, it's a mix of all the students.
Okay. And about how many classmates do you have in your classes? Is it small group? How many people would you typically have in your classes throughout the week?
Usually over 100,
And
at
per
least over 100.
per class?
Yeah.
And you're looking at them on like a Zoom call, or everyone's cameras turned off and you're just communicating audio wise?
Uh, Usually your cameras are turned off on Zoom,
Hmm.
but we can't hear them. Sometimes they do talk, but they usually for just answers.
Wow. So I didn't even know the homeschool classes can get to 100 students in one class, King.
Yeah, it's not like in brick and mortar where you have only like 20 kids. Right?
Yeah.
Or it's over 100. These are some big classrooms.
Wow. Have you been in like the smaller community classrooms that are like less than 20 students, or have you always been in large classrooms like this?
I've always been in large ones.
Wow. How does that affect your learning with having like almost 100 plus other classmates in your class at the same time? Do you think it helps you? Does it make you feel nervous, or sometimes that you're not getting your point across because there's so many other voices in the class? Like, how does that make you feel?
It does not affect me at all because, like, first of all, I don't really talk much during classes, so I just let all the other kids talk it out, and I just sit there just watching. And secondly, I it does not affect me in any way because they also don't really talk that much. Like they usually just give out answers to questions or ask their own questions. So you know, it doesn't really bother me that much.
Yeah. I feel you, King. I know we're going to go into our sponsor in one quick second, but we'll get in this last question for you. Do you ever get frustrated if you can't figure something out on the spot? Can you get immediate help? And so when you're in class, how are you able to deal with frustration on the spot? And can you get help if you need help?
Uh, Usually when I get frustrated with something, um, I'd be like, "Dang it!" Um, it's a bit more. I do have to admit that it's a bit more severe than just dang it, but I'm assuming that this podcast is TVPG, so I don't want to show you what my full frustration is. I don't want you to see my final form, but
We don't want you to go Super Saiyan on us, King. You gotta keep it PG.
yeah, but um, I'm able to get not immediate help, but I am able to get pretty quick help. If I could just ask the teachers that I'm having problem with a problem, or I could ask my mom that I'm having a problem with a question,
Hmm.
and they usually help me through it and teach me what to do if I encounter something similar to that.
Okay, no doubt. No doubt. I know I want to talk about your resources, excuse me, that you that you have at your disposal, because I know in high school, especially, there's a ton of resources for the high school students in Georgia that you have at your disposal. But because you're in a homeschool network, I want you to be able to tell us what are some of the resources that you all get. But we're gonna do a quick commercial break to highlight our VIP sponsor. Each and every episode for season 3, we have a VIP sponsor that we highlight that sponsors our episodes. And so take a look and see who our VIP sponsor is for episode 178 for tonight. So this evening, for tonight's sponsor, we are highlighting the B Legacy Real Estate. So if you are someone that is interested in purchasing real estate for yourself, or if you're looking to get into investments, real estate investments, we definitely highlight entrepreneurs and business owners that are community oriented and community focused. And so Brandy Washington, she is a real estate specialist that can fulfill and suit any of your real estate needs, whether you're looking for a personal home or if you're looking for investment properties. You can reach Brandy at brandy.washington@kw.com, and that's brandy.washington@kw.com. Or you can give her a shout on her cell or text her at 314-303-1846. And so tonight's episode has been sponsored by the B Legacy Real Estate Group. And she's also a real estate agent with Keller Williams. And so you can reach out to Miss Brandy Washington. But back to you, Dom. We want to make sure that we highlighted our VIP sponsor for tonight's episode, King. Talk to us about, Dom, what is or what are some of the resources that you have at your disposal? Like what resources do you have to be able to use for school while you're taking classes during the day and even after school? Like what are some of your resources that you have access to in homeschool networks?
I don't know if other homeschool networks have these, but for my grade at least, we have this. We actually dang, I can't think of it on the spot. Hold up.
It's okay. Take your time. We want to know about the jewels and the plugs that you get in homeschool versus public school. So what are some of the resources that you have at your disposal? Are they online? Are they paper documents that you have that you can?
Oh, that's what I was trying to say. Documents. We actually have like these pages that you can go through. Like if you click certain links in the school, you could go to message boards. You can go to other links that would allow you to get certain information about classes and assessments that you would not be able to get if you just went to the homepage.
Okay.
For example, there are some classes that are actually in another website called Schoology.
Mm-hmm.
And a big chunk of our classes is in there, at least for 9th grade at my school.
Right.
So you will have to click you have to click certain links throughout the school in order to find out that it's in Schoology. And there's a lot more other links than just that website. There is links that allow you to communicate with teachers, links that allows you to communicate with other students. Like there is a lot of links that can get you pretty much all the information you need about school.
Okay, and stay right there to talk about the communication lines, because as you know, I'm working a temp job in Cobb schools, and they have their parent network where they're able to basically text blast parents out any information that the school wants to get to the parents, or even the teacher is able to get to the parents. And so how are the teachers able to communicate with you personally, and then also how are they communicating with your mom? Is it all through email? Do you have a certain program that your homeschool network uses, or do they have access to text you on your cell phone? Like, talk to us about the communication lines.
Well, the main form of unit of communication is the cell phone. They usually call mainly the parents. So they call the parents usually to tell them what their kid is how their kid is doing in school. They also call the parents in order to get in contact with the kid if they don't know the kid's phone number. Another form of communication is we have this. I don't know. Again, if I don't know if other online classes have this, but in my school, we have this thing called webmail. If we click on it, we are able to send um, um, messages to specific people,
Mm-hmm.
and we are able to we mainly use it for the teachers, but we can also use it for like students and other people.
Okay, talk about that, because I know with being online, sometimes you may miss the in-person interaction that you have with your classmates or with your peers. And so, are you able to like video call like you would with a FaceTime or a Zoom? Are you able just to communicate virtually with a chat? Like, talk to us about how you're able to communicate and even build relationships with your online network.
Um, um, when we are talking face to face, the only at least the only way I've been able to do it is through Zoom.
Mm,
They will send a link to the Zoom page, and I just click on it and do all the necessary stuff, and I just talk with them about whatever they need to talk about, like speech OT, um how my grades are doing, how I am doing as a person,
hmm.
all that good stuff.
Okay, so you are, just to be clear, you are able to chat face to face with some of your classmates and peers, not just in the class, but you can talk to people offline after class, if as long as you have their access or their email or whatever the case may be.
Oh, I've never been able to chat with them face to face, but I have been able to chat with them through messages, through the webmail, like I mentioned previously.
Okay.
The webmail is basically it's my school's version of email.
Mm-hmm.
Only goes through the school, nothing else.
Okay. Okay. And that's what I was gonna ask too with Delta. She hit my question on the head for you, Dom. She said, "Are there any interest groups or after school activities you can connect to as well?" So do y'all have like interest groups? So I know you're into anime. Do you have like access to be in an anime club, a book club, or art club, stuff like that after
Well, I
school?
don't think that we specifically have like things like anime club, but there is a fandom club for
Okay.
if you just want to go there and talk about things that you like about pop culture, like anime or just like movies and stuff.
Okay. So you do have access to extracurricular activities, not just with school or with the electives, right? You have like subgroups or clubs that you can access as a homeschool student.
Yeah.
Okay. What are some of the other examples? I know you were just speaking about some of them, but for the parents or those that may be listening on the podcast, what are some examples of your clubs or groups that you can join?
Well, a club that I've been to is the art club again, or the technology club, or the I've been to this club where like they were teaching us about animation, how to create video games, and it was actually really cool. But I've never been able to get the hang of it, so I just eventually quit.
Let's talk about coding, King. I know we talk about that a lot when we get up and when we build. That's a high sought after field, especially for high school graduates and also college graduates. And I know tons of teens that I've met here in Atlanta that have taught themselves to self code. So, do you have any coding classes, HTML classes, website building classes? Like being really into the technology field? Do y'all have access to those as high school students?
We do, but again, I've never tried them out.
Okay, but they
I
are.
could try a lot more stuff.
No, it's all good, but they're available to you if you wanted to try it, though. Correct?
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, we wanted to make sure that parents know that you do have a plethora of choices for students to join certain clubs and also certain interest groups. What about classes? Do they have coding classes or website building classes for the
Yeah.
technology space or engineering?
Yeah, they have tons of stuff like that.
Okay, so tell the people because you know we're just finding it out from your mouth. So you're the expert with this, King. We know you've been in homeschool for quite some time now. For those that are listening, I'm on the line for episode 178 with my very special guest and mentee, Dominic Bessant, who is a homeschooled teen, and he's talking to us about the benefits of homeschooling as a teenager. And so, like, give us some examples, King. Like, let the people know what are you having access to?
I also believe that we have yeah, like we do have coding classes, and like we have a bunch of stuff about coding and technology that we can use. Again, I've never been to the club, so um I've never been able to get used to the stuff they were giving me, so I just quit. But I do believe that there are a bunch of stuff that can that they have that allow people who are interested in coding learn how to code, how to make games, how to make websites, how to do all of that stuff, how to program, all that.
Okay, so they do have gaming clubs and gaming sites too that you can join and also learn more about gamification, technology, engineering, coding, stuff like that.
Hmm.
Okay. And I know you had another question earlier on from Auntie Carol also asked when it comes to assessments, can you fail assessments or do you just have a pass fail grade ratio for your assessments?
Or you can fail assessments, like and they do affect your grade too. Like the reason why I'm catching up so hard on my science is because I've been affected by failing it so much,
Mm,
and they do affect whether or not you go to college or not. So,
got you.
or whether or not you have to repeat the grade. So so you can't fail assessments, and they do affect your grade.
Okay. Okay. That's good to know. And then I know earlier you had a question. Delta wanted to let you know your courage to come on tonight to share your expertise is inspiring and it warms her heart. Can you tell us, which is what you talked about a little bit, King, already, but just bring it back around full circle. Can you tell us if you feel like you're missing out on something by being homeschooled instead of being in public school? Do you feel like you're missing out on interacting with other kids, with girls, with sports activities, with the social life? Like, do you feel you're missing out on the interaction with kids and also with public or private school activities?
Nope. I'm an introvert, so I don't really do human interaction. So um yeah, I can definitely understand kids being a little bit lonely because like they're doing all this stuff at home and not with other kids. But for me, I'm fine. But
Yeah.
again, that's for me being an introvert.
Yeah, and I know you're a gamer and all of that too, and you're wanting to definitely build up a YouTube channel. So, like, talk to us about like what are some of your goals in the next 3 years? I know you're looking to graduate, whether it's early or whether it's on time. Because let everyone know how old you are too, King. We forgot to talk about that at the beginning.
Yeah. Well, I'm 14 years old. So, and and I've been planning on building a YouTube career because it's the hot new thing now. And I know that it isn't gonna be easy, and I know that I shouldn't go into it thinking that I'm just gonna instantly become the world's greatest YouTuber. Like, because I'm not. I'm most likely just gonna have to hope that my videos blow up one time, and that they just keep blowing up. But yes, I do want to be in the online entertainment industry, even if it isn't specifically on YouTube.
Mm.
I do want to be on the entertainment industry on the online spectrum. So because I believe that online you're able to reach a lot more people, so I'll be entertaining a lot more people.
Okay, King, and talk to us about even your working abilities or your working capabilities. I know you're getting close to being able to work as a teenager, and we've talked about this, of course, at our King sessions. Like, are you wanting to work soon? Are you just wanting to go to school while you're in your early high school years? Like, talk to us about what do you foresee yourself doing to increase that social interaction with other peers your age.
Um, yes, I do believe that yes, I am going to I'm a very hard worker, and is what I'm trying to say. This is awkward. Um, um, yes, I'm a very hard. I can be a very hard worker. Um, Especially if I get paid.
So
'Cause,
where's some places you would like to work at, King? We know you're only 14, going on 15 next year, but like what are some of your aspirations even to work, or are you just trying to focus on school until you graduate?
I'm planning on being a door dasher, or an Uber and like a Uber fooder, or you know I want to be like those delivery people who like deliver food.
Yeah, we know you like to eat. We know you like to eat too. Do you ever want to work at any restaurants, or not necessarily fast food, but even any restaurants, or potentially any fast food spots, or any
Oh
clothes?
yeah, always wanted to work at like a restaurant or some form of retail. Just at least so I can get the feel for it.
Okay, like what are some examples you thought about? Any places in particular? Any businesses that you thought about?
Um, Roosters, the ice cream place.
Of course,
And
we've
here,
gone there a couple times.
yeah, and here's why. First of all, you barely have to interact with anyone. So for an introvert like me, that's a good thing. Second of all, I did hear that you can get, at least during certain times of the day, when you done your work quota, you are able to get free ice cream. So that's a good thing. And secondly, all you're doing is put the ice cream in the cone. That's it. You're just grabbing a scooper, scooping up the ice cream, put it in the cone, maybe add some sprinkles and some other sweets, and then give it to someone. You don't even have to interact with the person.
Yeah, that was one of my first legit high school jobs when I was at Wheeler High School. Shout out to Wheeler High here in Marietta, Georgia. I definitely got love for Brewsters, and a lot of those that have started off their high school working at those type of food spots. But Dom, talk to us really quick as we get ready to wind down shortly, we want to know about your mental ability, because we know high school students get bogged down and overwhelmed a lot with school. They get bogged down, overwhelmed with maybe what's happening at family or at home. So, like, how do you keep yourself focused in school, especially because it's online in a homeschool network? And then, even, what do you think are some of the struggles that high school students your age, 14, let's say 14 to 18, struggle with in 2021?
Well, firstly, I would like to say that this is the first thing where I would actually say that yes, I do believe that even in homeschooled, there are a lot of stressful things because, like, school in general, regardless what it is like very stressful because you're going to like because you like have to do all this work. Even though I said that you can do it at your own time, you still have to do it within the day. That's the thing. You still have to do it within the day. If you're too late, then that affects your grade. And that can be very stressful trying to catch up with everything. And for the other question,
Yeah, like, what are some of the struggles you think high school students your age are dealing with now, especially post COVID, and even going into the end of this year before the holiday break? Like, talk to us about what are some struggles you hear from your peers, or even that you may see that high school students are dealing with.
I believe that the things that high school students are dealing with is too much is too much work, and I know that that's going to sound a little bit lazy of me, but I do believe that we are given a lot of work, even for just one day, because like we have to do tests, we have to do portfolios, like they can be pretty long and challenging too. Like you have to truly remember what you're doing, what you did, and you have to remember all this information because they give you a lot of information, like at most about over 14 pages worth of information.
Mm. And what do you do? What do you do to relieve stress? Because I know a lot of students in high school deal with stress and anxiety. Some even may deal with other mental issues that lead to potentially suicide and things of that nature. So, like, how do you relieve your stress?
TV.
TV is your only outlet. You don't have any
uh,
other outlets that you do.
well, I also play video games on my phone, or like listen to music, but yeah, those are my main forms of stress relievers.
Okay. Do you work out any? Do you go to church? Do you go to any other things outside the house? Like, what are some ideas you would give parents for homeschooled students of ways that they can relieve their stress outside of their house, even?
Mm, definitely go to the gym. I do believe because I do believe that going to the gym is a pretty cool experience because like I like working out. I think that it's cool. I also believe that would do a lot for like the body and even the mind. I also suggest going to church because that will help you spiritually a lot.
Mm.
Because there's nothing like going to the church, doing a little bit of praise and worship, reading the Bible a little bit, and getting the spirit of Christ in your heart. That's just the biggest stress reliever.
What church do you go to, King? And like, what do you do on a regular basis too? Are you involved? Are you just attending? What are you doing?
Um, I go to Linked Up Church, and since my mom actually works at Linked Up Church, I'm pretty involved. I'm not gonna say that I am like work there, but I do get access to places, sometimes access to places that other people would not get access to if they're just normal members of the church.
Got you.
So I am giving it a little bit more perks, but um yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm pretty much like all these other kids that go to the church.
Yeah, and if you could talk to any teens that may be dealing with high levels of depression, anxiety, or even suicidal thoughts, because we know that happens a lot at the end of the semester, like what would you tell those teens that may be listening on the podcast or maybe watching us live now? What would you tell those teens?
I will tell them um they'll always get better from even if it takes years, um just wait it out. Pray to God. Um do everything that makes you happy. I do mean everything, unless it's illegal. And eventually things will get better. And I sincerely mean that because there are too many kids who hurt themselves or say that they're worthless or kill themselves. And I believe that you should never do that no matter the circumstance. I believe that if you are having suicidal thoughts or depression, I believe that you should reach out to a family member, a friend, reach out to anyone you can, and reach out to God. Definitely reach out to God because He will give you all the information you need and all the help you need. Reach out to everyone you know and just keep going.
Mm.
Even at your worst moments, just know that it's going to get better from here. So just keep going because you didn't lose the fight yet.
And stay with that point real quick, King, before we have you leave your final jewel. Like, have you ever dealt with those type of feelings? And if so, how have you pushed through? Like, what has happened with you when it comes to either depression, anxiety, or potentially any type of additional thoughts? And how have you pushed through?
No, good. I've never had any of those thoughts. And I do pray that I never have any of those thoughts because I can't even imagine the mindset someone who has depression and suicidal thoughts would be in. And to be honest, I don't want to find out.
No, I feel it. And what would you tell the parents, real quick, King, that may have kids or teens or tweens that are dealing with that? What would you tell the parents if you could talk to the parents really quick?
Um, Allow your kid to be open about his feelings because they are about feelings. Depression, like, is a feeling. Allow them to be open with their feelings. Allow them to be vulnerable. Allow them to be honest. Don't don't put them in the cage because that's probably the reason why they have depression in the first place. They feel like they're in the cage, or they feel like that something is happening that is just causing them to not be in the happiest time of their life. And it's important to talk to your kid um, and ask him what's going on, and allow him. Don't force him. Allow him or her. I kept saying him, but I forgot to say her. Don't get me canceled already. Allow them to be to let you know whatever it is that they're going through, and be as emotionally invested into your child as possible. Um, and and that's about it.
Oh no, you talking good, King. And we're to the point now where this part of the segment of the show we allow you to leave your final jewel. But I forgot to ask really quick: do y'all have counselors or any type of psychiatrist or people that you can go to for any type of guidance when it comes to your mental health or any other type of issues that you may be having as a homeschool student?
I don't think so. Again, I've never had any suicidal thoughts, so I've never been in like that situation, but I don't think so.
Got you. So yeah, we'll have you come back for a part two with that because I want you to research. Do y'all have resources that you would regularly have in a high school where you have guidance counselors or any type of additional resources for those students that may be dealing with some things or possibly even be on the edge? Because that would be something that I know parents would want to know. Is that a benefit of homeschooling outside of putting them in public or private? But Dom, we allow our guests for the final jewel to leave one final piece of wisdom that you want to leave with the audience. We talked about your process of getting up for homeschool in the morning all the way to when you finish up. We talked about how you got into homeschooling and what are the benefits of homeschooling versus public or private school. What would be your final jewel that you want to leave with the audience this evening, King?
Um, what I would say is, don't let the stress get to you, because let's be real, school does not care if you're stressed, so do not let the stress get to you. Like I said, do everything that you can um, to relax yourself as much as you can without being like completely lazy, and stay liquid. Adapt to whatever situation you're in, just like how water adapts to whatever shape it needs to be. Like if you put it in water in like a cup, it becomes the cup. Like, just keep moving, keep adapting, and don't stress yourself out.
Hey, I love that, King. You on that Bruce Lee quote right there. Be like water. I love it. I love it. I love it, King. How can people get in touch with you, man? I know you're only a young king at the tender age of 14, but let people know if they want to follow up, ask you any questions, if they potentially want to reach out to you about their teens that may be dealing with some things. Like, how can people get in touch with you, King?
um, well, I've actually recently started a YouTube channel, um, and I would say that if you want some extra content, to go there.
Okay, what's the YouTube channel? Let people know what it is.
Um, let's see. Um, it is called it is called it's literally just my name, Dominic Bessant. I don't think that you'll be able to find it very well because I've literally just like started it like a day ago. Um, so you know, but when you do find it, the profile should have like a picture of me and you. We were like in the Japanese like in the Japanese grill we were
Okay.
at.
Okay. No doubt, King. No doubt. And I know your YouTube is up and coming. And I'm sure we'll get you a website sooner or later, because I know you have a lot of bright things in store for you. I know, just to give you some encouragement too, we already had some of our guests that were watching you giving you some words of encouragement. Delta said, please come back for a part 2. Auntie Carol said, excellent sharing, Dominic. Thank you, and God bless you. Even Delta said, you may have what it takes, King, to come back for a season 4 premiere. Also, Mama Duke said, Dominic, you are a disciplined, focused, bright young man. Keep shining, and thanks for sharing so much. So just wanted to give you some words of encouragement, King, since it's your first debut at being on the podcast, or any podcast that is. It takes a lot of courage to come on the show to share your opinion and share your thoughts with us. So we applaud you, King. I already tell you all the time, I'm proud of you. But I'm going to say a quick prayer over you, and then allow you to enjoy the rest of your evening, if that's all right, Dom.
That's fine.
All right, King, I'm going to say a quick prayer over you. Father God, I just want to thank you for Dominic being a soldier in your army, Father, and just being able to be confident in what you have planted inside of him, and also the gifts that you are developing within him to spread to the world. We thank you, Father, for his mom, Miss Carmen, and all of his support system of teachers, family members, and even mentors that are guiding him and that are also elevating him to the level of your standard. We thank you for his excellence that he shows with his school. We pray that he will put in more focus and put in more effort to be the best version of himself that you have called him to be. We thank you for aligning both myself and Dominic for such a time as this, to mentor and also to coach him up as a young king, to be used again in a mighty way. And we thank you for his message this evening to parents and to teenagers. We pray that you will bless him throughout the rest of his year, and also throughout the rest of his teenage years. I love you, Father. I praise you and I honor you. And it's in Yahuwah's name I pray, Jesus Christ. Amen.
Amen.
Amen, King. I know it's been a pleasure serving with you. If anyone that is listening on the podcast or watching the replay, if you've been blessed by tonight's episode by my mentee, I put my stamp of approval on this young king, Dominic Bessant. If you've been blessed by tonight's episode, like myself and others have, feel free to sow a seed with us. There's 3 ways to give, but you can click the link that's attached in the comment section that's pinned to see how you can give. But we have Cash App at $SMART, SMART, JEWELZ, or you can give via Venmo at SMART, SMART, JEWELZ Enterprises, or you can sow a seed with us with our Patreon account that we just started up this season for season 3. But you can click the link that is pinned in the comment section. No donation is too small or too large. All the names that you see at the bottom of the screen have sown into season 3 as a sponsor or as a donor or an anonymous donor. And so we applaud all of those who are at the bottom of the screen, all the names that you see and all the names that we will continue to build going into the rest of season 3's finale next month. But Dom, King, it's been a pleasure serving with you, man. I know we're going to be in touch soon. Shout out to your mom, Miss Carmen. You want to give her any love real quick for letting you come on a school night to rock with the Run the Jewels show? You want to talk to mom?
Yeah. Thank you. Because I actually didn't expect her to say yes to this. So thank you. Thank you so much. This has been a pleasure. And I hope to see you in future episodes.
Absolutely, King. It's been a pleasure serving with you. Make sure you staying focused in school, as we always say, and make sure you continuing to shine with your crown, King. We'll be in touch soon, Dom.
Okay. Bye.
Peace. All right, y'all. I'm going to do a quick wrap up. Some final jewels for thought. We had to let my young mentee, King Dom, we had to let him breathe on that mic. That King was about to go in at the end. I'm excited to see his growth, you all. I've literally worked with this king over 2 years now, since he was, I believe, 12, literally, and he's grown now to be a 14-year-old young king with facial hair, being of a tall stature, voice being deep. He didn't have a deep voice when I first met this king through Big Brother, Big Sisters of Metro Atlanta. I forgot to give a shout out. That's how I met King Dominic Bessant through his mother, Miss Carmen Bessant, who literally introduced me to her son, Dom. And literally since then, we've been rocking and rolling. This young king, I've seen, as I said, the light within him. I've seen the growth within him. And that's really what mentorship and coaching is all about. All the mentors that I've come across over the years and the coaches that I've had over the years, we're meant to be guides. We're meant to be leaders, and we're also meant to be kings for young kings to see how it is supposed to be done. And so shout out to all of the mentors out there. Shout out to all the kings, especially that are mentoring other kings, because I truly do believe it takes a grown adult king to show a young king how to walk this walk and talk this talk. Shout out to all the queens that I was raised by a ton of powerful and dynamic queens. But in order to truly be able to show a king how to wear his crown, that takes the mentorship and the guidance of another man, another king, another dynamic king, especially. And so for any of the mothers that are out there that are needing to, again, get their son involved in mentorship or coaching programs, 3 programs that I always salute for anywhere that I go internationally or even here locally are Big Brother, Big Sisters, Boys and Girls Clubs, and definitely your local church. These are 3 resources and 3 community organizations and groups that you can be a part of, and also literally have high quality men and high quality mentors be a part of your son or even your daughter's lives. But especially if you are a mother that has a young king, a young man, a young boy, you definitely need to plug him into a mentorship program. A lot of the statistics will really put it in full perspective that the men that are mentored by other young men or other seasoned veteran men literally changes the trajectory of their life. Even if they don't have a father figure, even if they don't have positive male role models, if you put them in a mentorship program, like a Big Brother, Big Sister, like a big, not big, but Boys and Girls Clubs of Metro Atlanta, even Boy Scouts in the local church. These are programs that will help you take the stress off of your shoulders. These are programs that will help you take the burden off of your back. And so even if dad is not there, if an uncle is not there, get them involved in one of those entities. And sports athletic programs are always good too, as long as you have the right coach. But there can never be too many mentorship programs that you are offering the youth or your son or your daughter. And so shout out to King Dom. That's one of my mentees again, you all. I definitely literally love seeing the young kings come on the show and also share their knowledge and also their intelligence. And so we will be bringing him back for a part 2 to talk more about the benefits of homeschooling going into the new year. And so I'm going to give some quick updates. Our sponsor for tonight's episode was from B Legacy Real Estate, who Brandy Washington, one of our VIP jewels, is the founder of, and you can literally reach out to her for any of your real estate needs, whether it be personal residential home, whether it be business investments for real estate that you're looking into. She has what you need. And so you can reach out to her with the information that you see on the screen right here. if you want to become a sponsor with us, or even if you want to become a takeover host, all you have to do is click the link that is in the comment section. And even if you want to be a future guest on season 4, or we only have maybe 1 or 2 openings for the end of season 3, definitely click the link to sign up to see how you can sign up for our interest form. And one of our VIP representatives will reach out to you. So for those who are listening to us on the podcast or watching the replay, you know I'm all about putting people in position to win and have their voice heard. And so we want you to be able to shine this season with your podcast, with your live show, even with your video series. And so we have services with Smart Jewels Enterprises to help you launch your podcast, to help you improve the quality, especially of your podcast. If you already have a podcast or a live show, or even to get technical assistance if you are wanting to get customized show branding, virtual classroom or meeting solutions for those who are wanting to develop courses. We have what you need if you're wanting to do live stream interviews or live stream shows. We do this. We have a ton of business clients that we've already served in the last 2 years. Shout out to MPW, Midnight Prayer Watch, Soul Care Sundays. We even have some real estate courses that we're helping clients with right now, and even those who are book authors that are telling people about the publishing and writing process. But we have what you need, so you can visit us at www.smartjewelz enterprises.org. That's Smart Jewels with a Z, enterprises.org. And then you heard me speak about this. We just recently kicked off our Patreon account. There's 3 levels to give: gold, diamond, or platinum. Each level has different benefits from it. So you can click the link that's pinned in the comment section to see how to become a monthly Patreon with us. We create, you shine is our motto for Smart Jewels Enterprises, which is the business that powers the RTJ lifestyle podcast show. And so if you are wanting to get out of financial debt, if you're wanting to build financial wealth by getting out of debt and even investing in your future for your legacy to be bright and to be shining, register now for our upcoming fall and winter classes. And also we do financial consulting one-on-one and small group. And so you can visit smartjewelsenterprises.org again to find out how to plug in. You are not alone, as you heard Dominic speak on. If you are dealing with mental health issues, depression, anxiety, suicidal thoughts, or anything in between, you are not alone. Mental health does matter, no matter what people may tell you, especially if you are a king or a queen. We want to make sure that you get help and get assistance and resources. And so we're going to put in the comment section after we finish the video, we partner with a group called Renew for ladies. If you are a queen that may be struggling with your mental right now, we have small groups that you can plug into to get help with your mental health awareness and also your mental health engagement. And so for kings, we do have a king study group where we also meet with young males and kings that are wanting to improve their life and also increase their knowledge and their wisdom, especially in regards to following Yah. And so we do have groups that we will be plugging in the comment section. Finally, it's that time of year, you all, where we're going to be offering membership discounts for Smart Jewels Institute, our powered online course and online e-learning platform that we use for all of our courses in personal development, health and wellness, financial wellness, and financial freedom. And so you can hear from experts and educators that we brought on the RTJ show, and even those that we have not had as guests on yet, to share their knowledge and experience in their careers, in their businesses, with serving products or services to the general public. And so you could save now by clicking the link for smartjewelsenterprises.org and finding the Smart Jewels Institute logo to sign up for our fall and also winter membership savings. Next week, we have for episode 179 with one of our VIP guests and one of my clients too, Miss Chichi Awari, is going to be coming on to talk about making friends with fear. That will be next Tuesday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern. For those that are going to be rocking with us, you can tune in via YouTube, via Facebook Live, and then we may even stream this on LinkedIn. So stay tuned. Making Friends with Fear next Tuesday with my very special guest, Chichi Awari. And you can reach us on all podcast platforms, you all. We're releasing new episodes each week. You can definitely click the podcast to subscribe to us on Stitcher, Apple, Spotify, Google, Anchor, Pandora, Apple. We already talked about Apple, iHeartRadio, Amazon. We're on all places that you listen to streaming music or that you listen to podcasts. All you have to do is search Run the Jewels, and then you will see the image that's on the screen with hosted by yours truly, King Jules. And you can listen to our tapestry, as I like to say, of episodes that we've released from season 1 all the way to season 3. We started this thing off in season 1, and we're already on 179 episodes. And so we're releasing episodes from season 1's vault each and every week. And so click the subscribe button if you are on a podcast platform and see how we've come thus far and elevated our game going into season 3 this year. And so next year we're going to be premiering season 4. And so you won't want to miss out on any of the updates that we're making for next year's season 4 launch. But we appreciate all of those who have sown and also who have donated to the movement. Midnight Prayer Watch, we just had recently tonight. Be Legacy Real Estate. We had anonymous donors, Smart Food Kitchen, Alana, Hope Christian International Ministries. We've had a ton of donors and a ton of people that have sown into this movement to help us get equipment, such as the blue snowball mic that I'm holding up right now. We've had lights, we've had cameras, we've had Action, the program that we stream off of StreamYard. This is not a free platform that we have to pay for in order to stream each and every week. And so if this has blessed you in any way, shape, or form, feel free to sow a seed with us. 3 ways to sow. Cash App us at $SMART, JEWELZ. Venmo us at Smart Jewels Enterprises. Or you can click the link just to sow a seed with us via our Square account, or you can become a monthly Patreon with us. No donation is too small or too large. We're only able to keep this show rolling through our clients, through our donors, and most importantly, through our VIP jewels, which are you. I'm King Jules signing off for tonight's episode. Those are all of my final jewels for thought. Make sure you're taking care of your mental this season. Make sure you're taking care of your body, and also make sure you're taking care of your soul, because all of them need to be watered at the same time. And so we got to make sure, like Dominic said, we take time to focus on what really matters and to slow it down and to stay hydrated. To be like water, to move like Bruce Lee said, be like water, be formless, be shapeless, be like water this season. I'm signing off for episode 178, you all. It's been a pleasure serving with you. Stay tuned, stay hydrated, and most importantly, stay blessed. Peace.